The human rights program shows a lot and gives so much perspective, so when we go into the future, we can make much better decisions.
I think one thing that has surprised me is sort of the mindsets of everyone else here, because I think trying to improve human rights globally and in your community is not always the easiest thing to do, and sometimes you feel like you might be alone and that not a lot of other people care. Like it's easy to lose hope, I think, but coming together with people who are like-minded, you see that other people have similar passions, maybe not in the same area, but passion to a similar extent into what affects them and makes them feel things the same way you do. And so it's kind of, I don't know, comforting, and it gives you hope again to see that other people, and other young people as well, which I think is important, care in the same way that you do.
We're the pilot program, so it's nice, and it's, so like we get to contribute back and say what we liked about this program and what we didn't like. And I don't know, I think it's great that we're investing money in these kind of programs, because they are really progressive programs, and they sort of encourage something that, maybe it's like subjects that sometimes feel like they're beyond us, they feel like they're beyond our power.
We'll be making that barbecue in scholarship. You're going to see what it's like for people in the central of Winnipeg, how they spend their summers.
What has surprised me most is just growing up like 40 minutes away from Winnipeg, and I come here like twice a week, once a week, whenever I have to, but I haven't realized what some of the experience that I've gone through, like even just different restaurants that I've been to and some of the programs that I've seen, like ERCOM, and even that Central Park that we went to, I never even knew that was there. So just experiencing some of the places that I've gone to that I didn't even know were here.
But you hear all these stories from, refugees and professors who've traveled the world, and you think, well, they started off pretty humble too. And just through this experience, I've learned that it's really possible to do something remarkable if you start small and you believe in yourself.
David, you got to get in here.
I gotta get out of here.
You think I could teach him how to barbecue?
No one really knew what to expect initially. We didn't know how much food we were going to need, and then when all of a sudden a lot of people started showing up, we kind of got a little nervous, because some of the people who were showing up, that was their meal for the day. They heard about it, and it's like, wow, that's free food. That's not just something that you get, A lot of people, the money that they make gets them by.
I feel like after thinking a lot about it, human rights, or the Declaration of Human Rights, is about living. It's about living in an inclusive society, and it takes a lot to know what that means, because originally you think that means that everybody can live in a society, everybody can just, buy a house, get their car, work, get education, those kind of freedoms. But I feel like people, they don't understand the enormity of the situation, because human rights, what they do is that they include everybody. They can include the youth, the elderly, the males, the females, the bisexual, the transgendered, the pregnant, the disabled, the Aboriginal, the First Nations, everybody gets included in human rights. That's why it's so amazing, because if you live in a society that loves human rights, and if you live in a society that respects them and fights for them and defends them all the time, then you have a society that's an inclusive, well-being society. When you're being inclusive, you're giving people a sense of belonging, a sense of just love and compassion, but also respect.